Alrighty, your question for Lunar, folks. What character lands a killing blow in a boss battle for only one damage, leading to perhaps the most epic moment in LP history? It really was. I could not believe this. Back is up against the wall. All of my characters are dead. I've got one left who will die the next round. The boss would just finish him. He was completely out of mana, completely out of skills, completely out of everything. And he lands a killing blow for one hit point of damage on a boss that, obviously doesn't have just like 10 hit points. A significant boss. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen that in a game with one hit point left on a boss. And this character landed the killing blow. Neverwinter Nights. Had a hard time with this. Just, I had so much fun with this as a kid. I think I just played it to death. And I just had a really hard time getting into it again. What I planned to use this game as was a intermediate side project. When I run out of games to play or I can't think of what to play, that's when I would pick up Neverwinter Nights. So it wasn't really an abandoned game. It was just a game that I never really got back into as much. And I think a part of it was I had so much fun in the multiplayer with my friends that playing it alone just really did kind of make it duller. Still, though, it was a fantastic game. I strongly recommend it. It's an older engine, but it still is quality. My question to all of you, what hireling did Toegoff choose to join him on his adventure? Left 4 Dead. I wanted to put in a first-person shooter. I'm generally not a big fan of them, but for some reason Left 4 Dead was just, I can't tell you how many hours I spent on this game. It was just really a lot of fun. It was just addicting. It kind of brought to me the rage quitting and all of that. I never really got too much into first-person shooters. Counter-Strike I hated, because by the time I got into it, I couldn't stand the 12-year-old, boom, headshot, you're dead, ha! It just drove me nuts. I couldn't do it anymore. Left 4 Dead, though, I think what I really liked was the teamwork aspect of it. If you try going in alone, you generally don't get too far. I really liked that you had to work together, and to me, that was probably what differentiated it from many other first-person shooters. My question to you, in how many campaigns did Toegoff fail to survive through the finale and was left for dead by his teammates? So the games that, the campaigns where people escaped, how many of the 4 did people escape, leaving Toegoff dead, left for dead? Yeah. Willie Beamish. Oh, God. This was actually requested by a coworker of mine. Uh, I don't know. I thought this was the coolest kid in the world when I was a kid. And I look back on it and just how funny it is and how horrible of voice acting and story it is. But for some reason, it does hold that special place. I never got a chance to finish it, and there's a good reason I didn't finish it. Which is kind of where this question comes in. What is the leading technical difficulty Toegoff has with this game? And it's why I haven't gone back to finish it. Yet, anyway, I do plan to. Dragon Age Origins Awakening. I don't know. I felt this was rushed, and I was really disappointed in it. It was still a great game, don't get me wrong. I still had a lot of fun with it. I know it's an expansion, but I just didn't feel that same level of greatness that I felt. I almost felt the game wasn't enough of a challenge, and I played it in on hard, I believe. I just didn't feel like there was, I don't know, the character development wasn't great. I didn't like that there was no more romance. They didn't bring back other characters. I just felt that it was underdeveloped. And because of that, I didn't feel like it really gave the game justice. I felt if they would have given it a couple more months, then it could have been significantly better. I don't know. I felt disappointed on it. And I think because it's a BioWare game, had this game been created by any other company, I think it would have been great. But because it was BioWare, Throne of Ball, I thought was great after Baldur's Gate 2. I don't think it wasn't the same level, obviously, as Baldur's Gate 2, one of my favorite games of all time. But I still felt that it was a quality expansion. This, I didn't feel the same way. Maybe it was because I was older, I don't know. But to me, Awakening was just a little bit of a letdown. Still, though, I do recommend it. I still give it thumb up, fun times, whatever. My question to all of you, how does Toegoff's story end after the final battle? What happens to our hero? Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Oh, my first platformer was actually a lot of fun. I'm generally not a platformer fan, but I got a lot of recommendations for this game that I should try it out, and I did love it. I had a great time with it. Obviously, as a platformer, your storyline's a little bit lacking, things like that, but it was a fantastic game. My biggest problem with this game was that how many people felt that they had to spoil key factors for me. A little disappointing, but still, what are you going to do? My question to all of you was a quote that I had said, Mist could not blank. If you saw the LP, you probably know what I'm talking about. I got yelled at for this quote so many times. It kind of became a little bit of a trademark for me. So, Mist could not blank. My drunken LPs, oh gosh, it was a playlist on there, so I had to put this in. That was a really fun night. Just a bunch of friends, whiskey, continued to drink whiskey while playing. Ugh. Still had a little bit of a headache from that. No, I was actually good. Drank water before I went to bed, so I was fine. But I did The Adventures in Magic Kingdom, a regular Nintendo game from my childhood. I can't believe going back in this. Maybe it was because I was drunk, but I had so many difficulties in this. As a kid, I burned through this game I can't tell you how many times. Must have beaten this game 10 times, 20 times as a kid. As an adult, that didn't quite work out the same, but still, it was a fun game. My question to all of you, what is the only silver key Toegoff managed to collect throughout the game? I don't know what to say about this game. I've never been angrier. I've never been one to really curse too much in my LPs. This game broke me. And I know people ask for more of this. The problem is that it gets me so angry playing this. It puts me in such a bad mood. I just get stuck. It's at this screen. I just can't seem to beat it. I may go back and put the game on easy or something like that and just continue it. We'll see what happens. But it is a brutal game that I have a feeling that there's a circle of hell where you're forced to sit around a computer and just play this game forever. It is Satan's game, but it is what it is. My question to all of you, I gave a quote, Big Sweaty Moose blank. Few people know it. I only said it once, but I thought it was pretty comical. So, Fatal Frame 2. I've never been one for survival horror, but I figured I'd give this one a shot. And it's pretty scary. There's a few points in this that really had me jumpy, especially playing this all alone, data center, lights out, things like that, or, I'll play it at home a little bit with, lights out, etc., trying to really create that environment. And I think a lot of you see that environment that I created. It's pretty scary. Oh, shoot, I didn't set a timer. You know what, I'm just going to finish this up, and I'll cut it up as I have to. My question to all of you, which ghost by far disturbed Toegoff the most? There was one ghost that actually had me quitting early. It really got to me. There's a couple of them that got to me. There's one by far, though, I think, that really hit me. So, League of Legends. A lot of people got into this game after I posted a video on it. I still play it pretty actively. I have a lot of fun. No, I'm not ignoring you if I don't play with you or something like that. Problem is I get a lot of invites for people to play, and I don't know a lot of them, and it's kind of just frustrating for me. I don't mind losing in the game. I'm obviously not great at it. I consider myself a fairly average player, but it's really annoying that someone I don't know invites me to play, and they'll end up with 0 kills, 0 assists, and 15 deaths. It's kind of annoying for me. And I don't want to play with someone who's super godly, who's, not going to have fun playing with me. So I don't mean it as an insult to people. I know a couple people have sent me PMs getting angry at me about it. It is what it is, but, I still have some fun with the game. I highly recommend it. Free game, League of Legends. My question to all of you, what champion does Toegoff land the first killing blow on? My first killing blow and the champion, not the summoner. So not the player character's name, the avatar, or the champion as they call him. Finally, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I didn't have a good question for it, because I'm still kind of having fun playing it. So, that's a freebie one as well. It's one of my favorite games. Freebie question. Oh, well, if you want a question for it, do you like this game?